I am Rahul Chandegara from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Junagadh. Today's our video lecture topic is Fourier transform. In previous lecture, we just introduction the Fourier transform and also find some standard signals Fourier transform. So the last topic of standard signal is rectangular pulse. So So up to the last lecture, rectangular pulse x of n equal to a. So it is remain in previous lecture. So we cover in this lecture. So question is obtain DTFT of rectangular pulse. So x of n equal to a for 0 less than or equal to n less than or equal to L minus a. So its value is a, otherwise 0. So here a indicates the area of rectangular pulse and L is the length of rectangular pulse. According to the definition of DTFT, we have x of omega equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n e raised to minus j omega n. But our range is 0 less than or equal to n less than or equal to L minus 1. So we will change this summation limit according to the question. So x of n is present only in the range of n equal to 0 to L minus 1. So x of omega equal to summation n equal to 0 to L minus 1 a e raised to minus j omega n. Here area A is constant and independent of limit of summation. So we will put a outside the summation equation. So x of omega equal to a summation n equal to 0 to L minus a e raised to minus j omega raised to n. So again we use standard formula. We have directly used standard formula and we have to keep in mind which type of standard summation formula we are using, and we have also note down in last page, so we can use many times. So standard formula of maths we are directly use in our signaling system. So it is summation k equal to n1 up to n2 a raised to k equal to a raised to n1 the lower limit minus a raised to n2 plus 1 higher limit plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. So in our example, a equal to a raised to minus j omega, n1 equal to lower limit 0 and n2 equal to n minus 1. So by using standard summation formula, x of omega equal to a e raised to minus j omega raised to lower limit, it means 0, minus e raised to minus j omega higher limit minus 1, so higher limit plus 1, so e raised to minus j omega L minus 1 plus 1 divided by 1 minus e raised to minus j omega. So e raised to minus j omega raised to 0, it means 1, and L minus 1 plus 1, it means L. So after calculating x of omega equal to a 1 minus e raised to minus j omega L divided by 1 minus e raised to minus j omega. So For we have to use Euler's equation. So we convert this equation in the form of Euler's. So we can directly use the mathematical equation. So for the numerator, put 1 equal to e raised to minus e raised to j omega l by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega l by 2. So it become 1. In another, e raised to minus j omega l equal to e raised to minus j omega l by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega l by 2. So in numerator, both 1 and e raised to minus j omega l will replace by l by 2 terms. For the numerator, put 1 equal to e raised to j omega by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega by 2, and second term e raised to minus j omega equal to e raised to minus j omega by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega by 2. So after putting, so we get x omega equal to 1 a multi in bracket e raised to j omega l by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega l by 2 minus e raised to minus j omega l by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega l by 2. In denominator, e raised to j omega by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega by 2 minus e raised to minus j omega by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega by 2. So in numerator, we will common this term. In denominator, we will common this term. So after taking common, x of omega equal to a e raised to minus j omega l by 2 divided by e raised to minus j omega by 2 in bracket e raised to j omega l by 2 minus e raised to minus j omega l by 2 in denominator e raised to j omega by 2 minus e raised to minus j omega by 2. So now we can use Euler's identity formula, like sin x equal to e raised to jx minus e raised to minus jx divided by 2. So e raised to jx minus e raised to minus jx equal to 2 sin x. So 2 will be put in other side of equal. Likewise, so here e raised to jx minus e raised to minus jx, but in our equation it is e raised to j omega l by 2 and denominator it is e raised to j omega by 2. So by using this equation, x of omega equal to a multiply e raised to minus j omega l by 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega 2 in bracket 2 sin omega l by 2 divided by 2 sin omega by 2. So the term x of omega equal to a e raised to minus j omega l minus 1 divided by 2 sin omega l by 2 divided by sin omega 2. So we get our final answer. Rectangular pulse A Fourier transform is a multiply e raised to minus j omega l minus 1 divided by 2 multiply sin omega l by 2 divided by sin omega by 2. So we have to just focus one, keep in mind the Euler's identity, and another is standard summation formula. If we not remind this, then the difficulty is more, otherwise it's easy. Next example, obtain DTFT and sketch the magnitude spectrum for x of n equal to u of n minus u of n minus 4. So we know that u of n is unit step. It means from 0 to up to infinity all the values 1, and u of n minus 4 is a unit step delayed by 4 sample. Now sequence x of n is obtained by subtracting u of n minus 4 from u of n. So let's check. This is the first figure is u of n. It means from 0 to up to n or infinity all the values 1, and u of n minus 4 equal to 4 sample delay. Then it start like u of n. So whenever we subtract u of n minus of u of n minus 4, then from the fourth all the 1 will be minus, so it becomes 0. So u of n minus u of n minus 1 will be 0 to 3 1, 0 to 3, and magnitude is 1. So here u of n minus 4 equal to 0 to 3 and all the values 1. So x of n equal to 4 times 1, and arrow indicates the first one at origin or 0. So now we have x of n after subtracting u of n minus u of n minus 4. Now we have to find DTFT. So according to our definition, x of omega equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n e raised to minus j omega n. But we just check our x of n is only available on n equal to 0 to 3. Here x of magnitude of x of n is 1, and its range is from n equal to 0 to n equal to 3. So now rearrange and put the summation limit and value of x of n in the equation. So x of omega equal to summation 0 n equal to 0 to 3 magnitude of x of n equal to 1. So we put it x of n equal to 1 e raised to minus j omega n. So now expanding the summation. Expanding summation means putting the value of n equal to 0 to up to 3, n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, and n equal to 3. So x of omega equal to, first we put n equal to 0, so e raised to 0, then we put 1, so e raised to minus j omega, then we put e raised n equal to 2, so it is a raised to j omega 2 omega, then n equal to 3, it means e raised to minus j3 omega. So x of omega equal to 1 plus e raised to minus j omega plus e raised to minus j2 omega plus e raised to minus j3 omega. This is the required DTFT. So our work is complete up to here for find the DTFT. But in question they ask sketch the magnitude spectrum and obtain DTFT. So we done up to obtain DTFT. Now the time to sketch the magnitude spectrum. So magnitude plot of x of omega is given by mod of x of omega equal to under root square of real part of x of omega plus square of imaginary part of x of omega. So we have x of omega equal to 1 plus e raised to minus j omega plus e raised to minus j2 omega plus e raised to minus j3 omega. So by using Euler's identity, e raised to minus j omega equal to cos omega minus j sin omega. So cos omega is a real part and a j term. So j sin omega is imaginary part. So individually real part of x omega square plus imaginary part of x omega square and all the root. So e raised to minus j omega first term equal to under root cos square omega plus sin square omega equal to 1. Similarly, e raised to minus j2 omega means cos square 2 omega plus e raised to minus j2 omega equal to under root cos square 2 omega plus sin square 2 omega. It means again 1. E raised to minus 3 omega equal to under root cos square 3 omega plus sin square 3 omega equal to 1. So x of omega equal to 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So x of omega equal to 4 for all the values of omega. So spectrum magnitude spectrum equal to x of omega versus omega. So all the values x of omega is 4. So it is 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and the values are 4. So it's called magnitude spectrum. So magnitude spectrum is plot of x of omega versus omega. The sketch of magnitude spectrum is shown in figure. Now the next point is properties of DTFT. So we know that x of n and x of omega are Fourier transform pair denoted as x of n Fourier transform is x of omega. So first property of Fourier transform is linearity. So statement, if x1 of n Fourier transform is x1 of omega and x2 of n Fourier transform is x2 of omega, then linearity says that a1 it is the constant multiply with the x1 n, a1 x1 of n plus a2 x2 of n, then the Fourier transform is a1 x1 omega plus a2 x2 omega. So whatever we multiply and addition of both, it is equal to multiplication of Fourier transform and its addition. So meaning of this property, so Fourier transform is a linear combination of two or more signal is equal to the same linear combination of Fourier transform of individual signal. The next property is time shifting. So statement is, if x of n Fourier transform is x of omega, then if time shifting in time domain it is x of n minus k, then the Fourier transform is e raised to minus j omega k multiply with the x of omega. So it is similar like z transform. In that z transform is e raised to minus z k x of z, like that here is e raised to minus j omega k x of omega. So similarly like z transform and Fourier transform, in Fourier transform e raised to minus j omega, in z transform e raised to minus z. So it is very easy to remind. So meaning of time shifting property is, if signal is shifted in time domain by k sample, then the magnitude spectrum is unchanged, but the phase spectrum is changed by amount minus omega k. So e raised to minus j omega is a phase spectrum and x of omega is magnitude spectrum. Next property is time reversal. So statement of time reversal property is if x of omega n Fourier transform is x of omega, then x of minus n Fourier transform is x of minus omega. So meaning of this property is if we fold the sequence in time domain, then the magnitude spectrum is unchanged, but the polarity of phase spectrum is changed. Next next property is periodicity. So it is already we studied when we started the Fourier transform. So periodicity is defined as x of omega equal to x of omega plus 2 pi k is periodic about the 2 pi. Now the next property is convolution theorem. So we get more trouble in time domain to find the convolution. There are so many methods we use to find convolution, but after studying Z transform and Fourier transform, we are easy to find convolution of two quantities. So convolution theorem statement, if x1 of n Fourier transform is x1 of omega and x2 of n Fourier transform is x2 of omega, then x1 of n convolution x2 of n Fourier transform is x1 of omega multiply with the x2 of omega. Convolution in time domain, it is multiplication in Fourier transform. So meaning of this property is convolution of two signal in time domain is equivalent to multiplication in frequency domain, just like Z transform. Next property is correlation theorem. Statement, if x1 of n Fourier transform is x1 of omega and x2 of n Fourier transform is x2 of omega, then R indicate correlation. So correlation x1 x2 of n, so it is written as R x1 x2 of n Fourier transform is x1 of omega multiply with the x2 of minus omega. So here the term x1 of omega and x2 of minus omega is denoted by rho x1 x2 omega, and it is called as cross energy density spectrum. Cross energy density spectrum. Meaning of this property, the energy spectrum density of signal is Fourier transform of its autocorrelation sequence. Next property. The next property is frequency shifting. If x of n Fourier transform is x of omega, then e raised to j omega 0 n multiply x of n then the Fourier transform is x of omega minus omega 0, meaning multiplying sequence x of n by e raised to j omega 0 n in the time domain correspond to frequency shift by omega 0 in frequency domain. So multiplication of next property, multiplication of two sequences. So if x1 of n Fourier transform is x1 of omega and x2 of n Fourier transform is x2 of omega, then multiplication of x1 of n multiply with x2 of n Fourier transform is x3 of omega equal to 1 upon 2 pi summation minus pi 2 pi x1 lambda multiply x2 omega minus lambda d lambda. So it is a multiplication property, meaning multiplication of two discrete time sequence is equivalent to convolution of their Fourier transform. The next property is Parseval's theorem. If x1 of n Fourier transform is x1 of omega and x2 of n Fourier transform is x2 of omega, then summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x1 of n conjugate x2 of n equal to 1 upon 2 pi integration minus pi to pi x1 of omega x2 conjugation of omega d omega. The next property is differentiation in frequency domain. So if x1 of n Fourier transform is x of omega, then n multiply with the x of n, then the Fourier transform is j d by d omega x of omega. For the symmetry property of DTFT, let us say x of n and x of omega are complex valued function. That means x of n and x of omega can be represented in the term of real part and imaginary part. So x of n equal to x of real part of n plus j x of imaginary part of n. So here suffix r indicate real part and suffix I indicates imaginary part. Similarly, we can write x of omega equal to x of omega equal to x of real part of omega plus x of imaginary part of omega. So in this property we have to just keep in mind. So we just switch to our table. So it is time domain signal x of n versus frequency domain signal DTFT. So when it is x of n is real and even, then frequency domain is real and even. Time domain signal is real and odd. So in frequency domain it is odd and imaginary. In time domain it is pure imaginary. Then frequency domain is odd and real. Time domain is imaginary and even. Then frequency domain is imaginary and even. So we have to just note down this property in another form, summary of symmetry property. So we have to just remember this table only. Thank you.